Get out and push, Jenson.
The year was 2006, and I had just returned from primary school. Welcome back to Fog Racing. It's another one of those That Time When's, and it's the first That Time When in the year 2006, and also the decade, the 2000s. So, yeah, looking forward to this one, and we are looking at the 2006 Australian Grand Prix. 2006, a decent year. Fernando Alonso won his second world title. Jenson Button got his first victory. Michael Schumacher bowed out of Ferrari. Well, Pablo Montoya got replaced mid-season, and we had the worst driver on F1 history, Ide, or whatever you call him, at the back. He got replaced after 2 races because he was 4 seconds slower than his teammate. But anyway, talking of Jenson Button, he was on pole position for the Australian Grand Prix, running relatively well in the race. He did drop behind the likes of Alonso, who went on to win, Raikkonen in second, and Ralphie finished third. But he was running ahead of Fisichella on the last lap until he went round the last 2 corners, and his engine absolutely blown up. And as you can see, it blows up right in front of Fisichella. The quality here is absolutely horrific, so bear with me. I think Highfield finished in 4th, Fisichella got 5th, and Button breaks down just before the line. And I remember coming home from school, and this was on the telly. I think it was on ITV at the time, or wherever it was on. And obviously the race had just, it happened earlier because it was in Australia down under, mate. And, I mean, this is 19 years ago. Like, how scary is that? 19 years ago. David Coulthard ended up going into the actual points because Scott Speed received a penalty post-race. So, unlucky for the American, but it is one of the more iconic finishes to a Grand Prix day. Welcome back, folks, to Fog Entertainment. Hopefully you're having a great wee Thursday afternoon or wherever you're listening to this. But it is time to discuss Raising Kanan Season 4. We're going to be looking at a theory. We're going to be looking at that trailer again. We're going to be dissecting a certain part of the trailer and breaking it down. Because, I don't know, on first watch, it didn't exactly fill me with much hope for Season 4. And, I am still looking forward to the season because I think it is one of the better shows on television right now. But at the same time, I look at it and think, there wasn't really an awful... I mean, considering like we are less than a month away, and I thought they would have been going all out for this, I would have expected a wee bit more. I'll be honest, I would have expected a wee bit more for Raising Kanan, and they haven't really delivered on that front. But maybe the season will deliver because maybe they're just keeping the cards close to their chest, like the closest game of poker that you'll ever see in your puff. Maybe that is what we're doing. So, we'll be back. Let's look at the trailer right here. And I think at this point it kind of just summed up Jenson Button's nearly man status almost. And, he does go on to win the Hungarian Grand Prix later on this year, which we could do at that time when about. But Button, it kind of felt by like the time 2006, 7 and 8 came around, Button's chance of competing for victories regularly and maybe having a chance at a championship were behind him. Obviously 2009 would come. In terms of the top 8 of this race, it was Alonso, Raikkonen, Ralph, Nick Highfield, Fisichella, Phil North, Barrichello and Coulthard. Pretty recognisable heavy name there. And I think one thing that sticks out for me here is how many retirements. You know what I mean? Montoya, Montero, Liuzzi, Schumacher, Webber, Christian Klein, Trulli, Rosberg and Massa. An insane amount of retirements. And hopefully, though, you enjoyed this insane vid. Do you remember this? Where were you when Jenson Button's engine blew up? Because I was in primary school 19 years ago.